Holy Epcot expansion phase 2, Batman! Tiki here!
And Mickeyfan.
And oh my god, Mickeyfan, I am so excited because, we just, we stumbled upon something very, very interesting. Now, Mickeyfan, of course, last year at D23, word dropped that Epcot was getting an expansion, right?
Right.
We were going to get the Moana walkthrough. Spaceship Earth was being redone. Help me out here. Of course, Ratatouille's coming in. Guardians of the
Ratatouille.
Galaxy.
Space Restaurant. What else?
Of course, new Circle Vision films.
Yes.
But there were also a few things on the model at D23, Mickeyfan, that were a little bit of a question mark, and we didn't get too much information on it.
Yeah.
Now, Mickeyfan, go ahead.
We got Imagination on that model. We got Mexico on that model. What else was on that model that wasn't announced?
Well, I'll tell you what was hypothetically on the model in this crazy situation, in this crazy, alternate reality, into the multiverse of madness situation that we're spinning for ourselves at this very moment. So let's just imagine that everyone's fixated on, ooh, Coco, what's that guitar? What's that guitar on the Mexico temple? It's got to be Coco. But Mickeyfan, let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say that we missed a detail in that model. We missed a detail. We missed a flying carpet, a big, oversized flying carpet in the Morocco Pavilion. Now, Mickeyfan, let's just hypothetically say that we have information about what the attraction is going to be that flying carpet symbolizes. Are you following me into this multiverse of madness, Mickeyfan?
I think I am.
All right, so just to recap, Mickeyfan, you and I, we are not members of Team Yesterday in this universe, in this alternate universe in which you and I are podcasting right now, correct?
Oh yeah. No clue who this Team Universe people are.
Who is
awesome,
Team Yesterday?
Though.
Who is Team Yesterday? Who is Team Yesterday? I do
don't know,
not
but
know.
they sound really cool.
So, Mickeyfan, how did you stumble upon the link? I'm going to put you on the spot and give you your improv comedy skills put to the test. How did you stumble upon the link? Because this is your link.
Right. So I was kind of just Googling around, going down the rabbit hole, as you do. Trying to figure out, there's got to be something new for Epcot, right? There's got to be something new that they just hid away. No. Some very clever Googling involving carpets, Robin Williams, and obviously Epcot. And about 50 pages deep, found this Arabian Nights thing, and I think, oh, what's this? So I click on it, and my jaw drops because, oh my god, look at that poster, look at that, look at all that.
I mean, this is seriously maybe one of the best Disney posters of all time.
Yeah.
Mickeyfan, this might be the GOAT of attraction posters right here. I mean, just look at the Mary Blair style artwork. Look at the simplicity.
Yeah, and it matches all the other Epcot artwork. But that just takes it to a new level.
All right, so here's why I'm so excited if this is actually true and actually coming to Epcot, Mickeyfan, is that this, of course, we've all heard the term IPCOT, IPCOT, whatever you want to call it. But this is maybe, in spite of the flying carpet gimmick where you would think hey, it's an Aladdin ride. But no. Guess what, Mickeyfan? This attraction features say it with me, absolutely not one single
IP?
Character.
Same difference.
Did somebody say character?
Get out of here.
Ayo, Daddy-o. Hipster Donald, what are you doing here? And why do you look so different from the last time we saw you? Shouldn't your head be like in a dumpster somewhere, Hipster Donald? I thought I literally decapitated you. Well, you see, Tiki, this is the multiverse of madness, and since Sam Raimi's directing this, apparently, I get to live on his bad fan art. All right, well, Mickeyfan, what do you have to say to Hipster Donald here?
We're doomed.
All right, but Hipster Donald, why do you grace us with your presence this fine evening? Because, Tiki, this project has one fatal flaw. It doesn't have any characters. I mean, seriously, this grandpa and this grandma character are Tiki, Mickeyfan. Are you saying we should be excited for a grandmother character in a carousel of progress, Mickeyfan? This isn't the 60s.
I actually like Carousel of Progress.
I love Carousel of Progress too. Be gone with you, Hipster Donald, and your blasphemous words on the Carousel of Progress. Be gone from this multiverse of madness. All right, so in this hypothetical scenario, I think that Team Yesterday might have about 15 minutes until this project of theirs is turned in, Mickeyfan. So we better get to recapping everything. Where do you want to start?
Well, I think, start at the very beginning. Very good place to start.
All right, well, we're not literally going to read through all the text here. We just need to summarize stuff. So should we go? Should we start with the location?
Yeah, because I was looking at this and I was thinking, oh, that's a really smart way to build all this in.
I mean, it just goes to show you how absolutely ingenious this Team Yesterday is. I mean, whoever Team Yesterday is, they're just future Imagineers in the making, or they're just the next class. It's like these are the next 9 old men, Mickeyfan. Oh, yeah. I shed a tear at their legacy.
We're literally losing nothing.
All right. So yeah, it's so clever. Like Morocco. What I love most about this placement is the fact that we lose nothing. Exactly. Like you said, Mickeyfan. It's like we lose nothing. We still get that deep descent into the Moroccan village and back into Restaurant Marrakesh, and yet we gain everything. It's 100% net gain, Mickeyfan.
It is, and the way they describe it is just gorgeous.
It's poetry. It is word poetry. Oh man, and look at these reference photos. I mean, could you imagine? You know what? That's one of the things I love about Epcot is just being there in the gardens and just kind of wandering around it. I could just picture it, man. I could just picture wandering through and just being sucked into this immersive new element and being like, all right, I'm going to go on a new ride.
Morocco.
Okay, but Mickeyfan, of course, the big highlight thing here is, in fact, the ride system itself. So we need to talk about that.
This thing is so cool.
All right, I'm gonna put it off to you, Mickeyfan. How would you describe this ride system?
Peter Pan's flight on steroids.
Yeah, pretty much. Mixed with Rise of the Resistance.
Little bit. It trackless suspended dark rides.
How crazy is that concept? And we actually have a lot of detail, a lot of thought about how this is able to be pulled off.
Yeah, I was thinking oh, there's a hole, and then the bottom of a trackless ride would be on the top, but no, that wouldn't work because you couldn't move it around.
So
just just that way they pulled it off. It's so clever.
And you know what? This just goes to show the balance that this team, this mysterious team yesterday has in store. Because we have people who can work on the creative side of things, but then also the creativity. This is what Imagineering is all about. The creativity is
Oh
mixed with
yeah,
the ingenuity of this ride system.
it's such a cool ride system.
All right. So, so should we get into the story here? Are we?
Oh
Do
yeah.
we have the? All right. So, I think the story. How would you describe the story?
Um, Soren mixed with Peter Pan's Flight with a little bit of just something different in there.
All right. Would you call it a travelogue?
Yeah.
Would you say it's one of those attractions where it's like you're flying along and it's kind of like Small World, where it's like, oh, we're gonna name all the different states and capitals.
Not really.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, Columbus is the capital of Ohio. Did somebody say states and capitals?
We don't have time, wacko.
Oh, well, from my budget, you've got about 10 minutes, and I can easily crack one of these out in 3 minutes.
Well, we don't really have 3 minutes to spare.
States and capitals of Morocco. I'm not even sure if Morocco has states or capitals. I know that Marrakesh is not the capital of Morocco.
Well, you know, you can research that. Come back in about 15 minutes. Let us know.
Do you know who the second president of the United States is?
Thomas Jefferson. No,
Was
John
it Thomas?
Adams.
Yeah, it was John Adams. You're right. I need to brush up on my Hamilton. So Wacko, do you like the idea of this travelogue through Morocco? Well, I don't know much about Moroccan culture, but my gosh, this team yesterday, man, they've got it together. They've got it together. I would just play my violin in their honor. Let me just do that on my obviously real violin. That's not just Tiki singing to himself. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. Yeah, so after that ridiculous cameo, I just want these people added to the SAU, people, all right? That's all I want. I want Wacko Warner for some reason in the SAU. Okay. Hey, I did all of the voices on Splash Mountain.
I believe that.
All right, so I honestly with the ride, I it's one of those things where because in this hypothetical multiverse, I get the sense that like someone who is very, very similar to me, if not perhaps, hypothetically a mirror image version of me, a multiverse version of me, wrote this. I have to be humble and say this is, it's good but not great. It's good but not great. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's no
get
Earth Star.
yeah, I'm not gonna be all over the top and be like, oh my god, best thing ever, because I don't want to do that about something that I just kind of feel like the multiverse is just calling to me of like I actually did write this.
Yeah, it's no Earth Star, but it's a pretty darn good. Like just the way that they incorporate all of this. This travelogue into this story of you know grandpa telling the kid stories. Little elements of Arabian Nights, not overwhelming, but just snuck in there, very very subtle. Just really really nice.
Yeah, I really appreciate how we get different set pieces of like, like we have like a Peter Pan flight style flyover, but then we have a really, really big elaborate flyover that's like Peter Pan's flight on steroids. But then when we go into the cave, we're like, oh my God, this is like, instead of everything being miniature, everything is big.
Yeah,
So it's like I like that mix. It's not just flying over stuff. It's like everything is pretty all encompassing.
yeah.
And we get those dives into the valleys of the village. The projection mapping is on point.
Yeah, I you know, I'm I'm praying that this thing is true because it could just be next level.
I mean, Mickeyfan, to quote the great Red Letter Media, if it is true, then it will break new ground.
Uh, Absolutely yes. And like, it's not a ride system that you can use for everything. I
But
think that's
flying
that's
carpets just makes so much sense.
yeah, that's the thing I like most about this thing. It's not a ride system you can use for everything. Like trackless rides, they're kind of dime in a dozen, but a suspended trackless ride, what else can you use it for?
Yeah, and I feel like the fact that they did a flying carpet ride, but they resisted the temptation to have any sort of reference to Aladdin.
Yeah.
That should be commended.
I mean, I'm sure Aladdin was at least somewhat pitched.
But you know what? You know what I bet was pitched, and I really think they should have gone with it, though. In spite of all this praise, I really think the better idea here, and honestly, when the judges of this hypothetical, you know, contest that we're just now in the 11th hour bringing into the equation of this multiverse of madness should consider, they didn't go with Ishtar.
I know, one of the greatest movies of all time.
I mean, it only makes sense because it's set in Morocco. It's just iconic
Yeah.
cinema. It's like one of the great epics of our time. And yeah, it's got heart, it's got soul, it's got laughs. You'll laugh until you'll cry until you laugh. I mean, man, Ishtar, it's like, can you imagine having the ride vehicles of Ishtar, the ride, be drunk camels, Mickeyfan?
I
Could
honestly
you imagine the immersion? Not only would you be riding around in camels on camelback, but you'd be riding around on a drunk camel. Flight of Passage, who? Rise of the Resistance, what?
yeah, I can just feel the rocking, I can feel the, you know, occasional bucks.
All right, so you know what? On that note, I actually think that I really do think that Team Yesterday is terrible for not considering Ishtar, and I think that in this hypothetical scenario, Team Tomorrow should just win by default. Mickeyfan, I really
Tisk
think that's
tisk.
what needs to happen because
Tisk
Ishtar did
tisk.
not get chosen. I mean, Ishtar wasn't even considered.
Are you sure about that?
It was maybe considered by someone who was exactly like me, but no one in the team even acknowledged its presence until it was too late. And now we've lost because of it. This is the multiverse of madness, everyone. This is a view from halfway down for any
Yeah.
BoJack fans out there.
I'm kind of angry that I still haven't seen the Scarlet Witch in this Multiverse of Madness.
Right. But you know who we have seen right now, who's coming up to just kind of like kill us with all his immortal, infamous power? It's Tintin. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, Tintin.